Hey everyone, it's Will, Gamer Dad, with another video for you. So first off, I'd like to give a shout out to one of my YouTube members, Tinky. Thanks for your support. Now, it's a new month, of course, not so much in North America, of course, but in UTC time where Japan usually runs their game and updates, we do have a new Fateful encounter, 7 days encounter. The standard rules apply. We have 3 units that are featured. The goal is to guess how they are related, and then we can do a should you summon directly afterwards to see the evaluation of the unit. Now, if you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. I also do have a Patreon account for those who want to support me this way. Alright, so we do have Zivirhu, Black Clad Swordsman, aka Altars Iska, as well as Aes Shigeri. And so let's go right into the dreams section. This should be live as of right now. It only does last for 7 days, and of course this is a paid banner, so only Heaven's tickets or 1,000 paid stones. You have 7 days to take care of it if you want to go with it. And so is Zeviro AS, BCS, as well as Shigeri AS. Unfortunately, it is still only 7.77% on the 10th pull, 0.5% uprated pulls 1 to 9, and of course every other unit is also in here: Sesta, Yakumo, Manoka, Ifi, and so on. All the other broken units out there, including our newest one, AS Pizzuka, some other fan favorites all the way down, and of course our standard mix of the bots, Rainbow Sisters and Knights, some 3.5s and 4s that are of no use at this point. Now, first of all, I am actually curious how these 3 are related. I know that Zeviro AS as well as Shigeri AS are water, but Altar Iska is actually earth and shade. And so the other 2 units are, and in terms of unit weapons as well, they're all different. 2 have katanas and 1 has an axe, from what I understand. So let me know in the comments below how you think these are related. Is there a personality thing that I'm missing here, or something else out there? That being said, just quickly over the 3 units. Now, Ace Zeviro is a water zone setter, and I've never used him before, although I do have him. One of his main claims to fame is I believe he applies kind of orbs onto the unit, both in his normal style as well as his AS version, and they are non-dispellable. So it's a little bit different from regular debuffs. Having these orbs, you've seen them in more recent fights with super bosses and things like that. The advantage then, they don't count towards buffs and debuffs, and so you can really play around with it. And based on the number of orbs, Zeviro AS's as well as his normal style do interact with the fights that way to either increase his damage or other things like that. Now, Altar Iska is not a water zone setter. However, I mean, she is quite useful in her own right. She does have the tool abilities, which is shade as well as earth, and I actually have been using her a little bit more recently because of the fact that she has a really nice defensive mode. She can cast a shield that basically allows you to have both I think it's physical as well as let me just double check here. Physical and type resistance 30 and 50 respectively. So if the enemy is doing a elemental physical attack, getting 80% shielding on that, of course the boss might debuff you afterwards, but least period is the one that works really, really well. Not to mention, like I said, her main DPS move is her earth slash move that by the way also applies slash resistance down, as well as can heal when she is in lunatic mode, which by the way is obviously able to be activated by things like Ifi and her blood contract. Normally she would have to activate it herself as lunatic sacrifice. Now, she is a zone setter too, so maybe this is featuring all zone setters. She's a slash zone setter, the other 2 are water zone setters. Now finally, Aes Shigeri, again, a lot older unit. We've seen his manifested normal style Shigeri recently. But the AS one, the interesting about unit about him is that when he builds up damage based on the number of water attacks done the previous turn, and so she's not as useful on first turn AFs, but on a 2-turn AF she can actually get quite a nice number of stacks to help increase type attack for, I believe, him and the party. So very high potential at the time. A little bit power crept now, and honestly with water zone setters such as obviously you can use water zone Grasta, you have you have Ice Shove as just free, and you have powerful water magic units already. AS Shigiri's really lost his luster as of right now. Now that being said, these units don't pop up very often. If you're really missing them and you like adding them to your team, by all means you can do the paid Fateful for them. I mean, in general though, I would say of all three, I would argue probably Alter Iska is the more useful one. AS Severehu, I can't say I'm an expert, so I may be wrong in underestimating his skills, but the fact that I don't think a lot of people use him in clears probably is indicative that the fact that he's not game breaking by any stretch of the imagination. I remember that even when he came out, he really wasn't received with a lot of fanfare. And finally, AS Shigiri, again, not bad. Some of you may have already gotten him from the recent manifest a few months ago, that banner. But otherwise, as usual, unfortunately, these Fateful 7-day encounters are just more for collection, not so much for, targeted getting ultra units. Not to mention, they're only 7.77% each, so at most you're getting 20% to get one of the 3 featured units, after which the other 80% is really like a general banner where you're just hitting a random unit. I mean, yeah, better uses of 1,000 paid stones, right? There's a lot of these Fateful encounters, all of which can feature a lot more powerful units than this one. But that being said, like I said, if you really want to add one of these free units to your team, this is probably the best way to do so. For myself, you already know it. I'm a free to play, so Fatefuls are out of the options for me. And I was going to say, I did a 5-star, I did an account review yesterday, so hopefully some of you have caught that. One thing I forgot to mention, so I'll just leave it right here for those who are still watching at this point in the video. Everyone has a free trial that came out when the trials were released about 1.5 years ago. And when you use the free trial, you get extra, basically light and shadow to be applied to your units. You get a free summon that Garrett can select from 7 5-stars, and some other bonuses and extra perks. Surprisingly, I have not used that yet. So I actually still have a month of the free trial for the subscription, thing, and technically that means I'm strict free to play, because I didn't even use the feature that free to plays can use to try out the trial of the subscription. I never even used that. Anyways, back to the video itself. Let me know in the comments below if you're planning to summon on this banner, or if you're, like I said, drained of your paid stones for the other various awesome Fatefuls out there. Anyways, I guess this week will be that only, and then I guess we're waiting for another update in the next couple of days, I think. And then after that will be the banner I am looking forward to, which is the AS Premier banner. We'll see how that goes. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.